I'm on the lookout for some amazing pizza shops, not only to showcase the pizza themselves, but the owners and operators behind these pizza shops. And today we're stopping at Square Deli in Everett, Massachusetts. And Chris, the owner, he's going to show us around, show us his pizza, show us his product, show us what it's like to operate Square Deli in Everett, Massachusetts. That's Chris. He owns Square Deli in Everett, Massachusetts. Today he's letting us hang out in his pizza shop, well, deli, and hang out and show us around, show us how he got started with pizza, how much he makes with deli, and then why he actually got started with pizza and what he's doing to make it a great product.
Food is our focus, the Square Deli.
All right.
Square Deli Everett.
Nice. What's your name?
My name's Chris.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, of course.
How long have you been here?
15 years. January 1st will be 15 years. About just 1,000 square feet.
It's small, but it's
Small space, but we do some massive volume out of a small space, yeah. So I've always worked with food since I was 13. Like most people in the food industry, you start out as a dishwasher. So my first job was at the Silver Fox in Everett, which was like an Everett institution when I was a kid, doing dishes at 13 years old. And for better or worse, every job after that has been with food. So this was like a pandemic thing where at the start of the pandemic, just like all other small businesses, we didn't know what was going on. We didn't know what was going to happen. We really shifted what we were doing here. We started to take on very large government contracts, city contracts, and we were doing, large volume of prepared meals and lunches that the state or the city would buy from us because the day-to-day business really wasn't there. We were going through the shutdowns, opening, closing, and then, we were just, what else can we add? And my friend Long, who owns a few barbershops, is big into the pizza thing at home. So he kind of partnered with me on it, and we're like, let's something like that. No. Don't give him that much credit, but no. It was originally his sourdough recipe. Like he would do it at home, just like many people during the pandemic started doing, all different types of stuff from home.
Yeah. So we started making pizza during the pandemic because it was a necessity. And now he has one of the best pizzas in Massachusetts. And we go through his kitchen and his recipe, and he shares how he got started in the build out. And it's a pretty interesting
This
story.
was all what we put in the middle of the pandemic. This was never here. Prior to doing pizza like this, we would just do like slices of Sicilian while people would wait for their sandwiches, but we would just do it like in the regular convection oven back there.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? We were never a full service pizza. My first
So more deli than pizza.
exactly my first 11 years was like sandwiches, catering, stuff like that, but never full service pizza. But we added this, and it really took off. It's like we got a couple write-ups early on by like Boston Magazine. And then we had Portnoy come in, so then like it just like took off, And at the time, not too many. Actually, I don't even know at the time if any other places were doing the sourdough, but now there's like 4 or 5 places, so we really wanted to do something different. But yeah, so it just took off. It was good. I mean, it was a good ad, because things get stale. Restaurants get stale after 10 years. I was kind of at my end. I was ready to sell this place. And
This is something that happens to a lot of pizzerias. They've been doing something for such a long time, and they're looking for something else, and they're ready to get out. That's why a lot of pizzerias don't last. But Chris pivoted, started to do pizza, and he decided to do pizza his way.
doing that, cutting things out because, trying to please everybody. But it's not always conducive to, the best thing for business by doing that,
It's definitely difficult to
Yeah.
say no to a customer when they
Yeah.
don't pay money.
Not a lot.
No?
I mean, it's like our focus is 100% quality. It's not like our goal to do 200-300 pizzas a day. I'd say a busy day for us is like 100.
That's good, though.
It is, which is perfect, you know what I mean? Because we do so much other shit too. Throughout the years, I'll continue to like cut things out, you know what I mean? Try to just focus. Yeah. But, being in Everett, Everett wasn't always, the most well-off city, you know what I mean? It's a demographic of people who don't have much money. So it was like, for years we'd do all the traditional stuff, bologna and cheese and like ham and cheese. And the last time I did the menu over and we started doing pizza, like I cut out all that stuff. So now we're just like really like really good pizza and like really good sandwiches. But like we keep a few of the classics, like a really good Italian. You know, we make our own chicken parm, eggplant meatballs. So we kept some of the classics on there, but you know, definitely looking to continue to streamline more and more and more, especially with the pizza. You know, I think that's kind of what our focus needs to be.
Now, I've said many times on our podcast that I'm not a huge fan of the deli part of pizzerias because it's really hard to maintain quality, consistency, and there's just so many elements to it. So I asked Chris, hey, if you could do pizza or sandwiches, which one would you do? What do you like doing better, pizza or other stuff? So I was in the pizza business.
Yeah.
And we had a pizza shop.
Yeah.
And I hated doing subs.
Right.
Because it was just like, pizza to me was so easy.
Yeah.
Like, it is what it is. Right?
Yeah.
You order the pizza and you get it.
Yeah.
Subs was like,
sure.
So many elements for us to mess
It's
up
true.
or forget.
Yeah, there's a lot of different pieces going into one sandwich.
Yeah, so for me it was like, oh, I would much rather people order pizza than subs.
I mean, I'd say I like pizza now because I've done sandwiches for, 13 years straight. So just like a business gets stale, like I get bored. So the pizza's new to me,
It's still exciting.
Okay. Yeah, and like for me, it's still fairly new. So and I'm still kind of learning. It's only been 3 years since we've been doing full service pizza. It cost me $8 to make a cheese pizza.
Yeah, but that's because you use stuff.
Yeah.
What do you use for flour? Do you care about saying?
No, I don't care. We use Caputo 00.
Okay.
Yeah, so and then 100% naturally leavened, no commercial yeast. We've had a starter going for like the last 4 years. The tomatoes, Bianco di Napoli tomatoes. I've had every San Marzano tomato compared to Bianco di Napoli. Nothing compares to it, to me, in my opinion. Best canned tomato I've ever had. So they're, out of California.
Yeah.
We use we use Grande 50-50 for and then we do Iso pepperoni. And then we do Grande 50-50, and then we do some fresh mozz. Like that's our standard base. Bianco di Napoli tomatoes, Grande, we do fresh mozz as well, in addition to the 50-50. Ezzo pepperoni for the pepperoni. We use Bianco sausage for the sausage. So, not reinventing the wheel, just trying to use good quality products. Cook it the right way. That's all. Convenience factor out there is 15 years ago. I was just competing with the sandwich shop up the street. You know what I mean? It was just me and 2 or 3 other sandwich shops. But now it's I'm still competing with local sandwich shops, but we also have to compete with full service restaurants. Your favorite steakhouse, you can go on your phone and order from your favorite steakhouse.
Anybody that serves food.
Anything, your favorite supermarket.
Yeah.
So it's the walk-in business, the foot traffic. It's a different world. It's not like it was 15 years ago because you can just go on your phone and just get anything you want from your favorite place. So that's the challenge. There's good and bad. There is good and bad with everything. Those sites are helpful in a sense where they reach a demographic of people in other cities that maybe wouldn't know about us. You know what I mean? Wouldn't really venture over here. But yeah, so you gotta evolve with the times, or
Just placed my order. No, it's all good. I just placed my order with the Slice app on the computer here, so I got you. Pretty simple to use. Order it. Then use the Slice app. Gonna pick it up in a minute. We're gonna go watch him make it right now too. Slicelife.com. Hopefully you can't see my credit card information.
And then our cutlets and our meatballs and our tomato sauce, it's all homemade. Fry every chicken cutlet to order.
It's bigger in here when you come back.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I've seen a lot smaller places, and I don't know how they do it. We just have an awkward setup. The way the store is set up is a little awkward. We have a basement too.
Is that where you make dough?
For the most part, we make it up here now. I did recently start doing the basement over, put a drop ceiling in, put a new floor, because that was the plan. I don't even have a mixer. We mix everything by hand.
Do you really? Holy smokes.
That was the plan. So we set up in big tubs. We mix a batch at a time, all by hand.
Wait, so you make 100 pizzas a day, mixing by hand?
Yes. No mixer. We do it the old-fashioned way. Because I'm big on customer service and old-fashioned customer service. I feel like that's dead You know what I mean? Like my background before here was at the Four Seasons Hotel. It's like 5-star, 5-diamond hotel. You know, so it's like best of the best, like, you know, amazing customer service. So that's like ingrained in me. But I do like the idea of the kiosk when we're busy or if we're short staff. You know, if there's people waiting in line, you know what I mean? They can walk right in. And it's not for everybody, but, you know.
The other thing we discuss on this is, you know, there's those people who love Costco pizza or that pizza you had when you were growing up. It may not be the best pizza in the world, but it's pizza that you remember. And Chris and I discuss how maybe crappy pizza, in quotation marks, sometimes there's a time and a place where you just want to grab a slice that may not be the best pizza you've ever had, but it brings back those memories you did have when you were a kid.
Every community does need a place like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't dislike those places.
Yeah.
I just don't want to do it.
Right. But there's like your typical house of pizza, you know, that, you know, selling pizza for an affordable price. You know, you can get a pizza for $12. You can get an order of mozzarella sticks for $5.
Yep.
So I do feel like every community kind of needs that. You know what I mean? Not every community needs a pizzeria that's selling pizza for $20, $25. You know what I mean?
Can afford it, you know?
Or can afford it, yeah.
It really depends on where you're located, where you're demographic.
Sure. And there's something about like those places. There's the big nostalgic effect.
Yeah.
I mean, I know this sounds crazy, but there's a place where I live. It's like a Greek house of pizza that hasn't changed in 40 years. And sometimes on my ride home, I'll run in and I'll grab 2 slices. And it's just something about it satisfying. And again, it's not something that I would eat all the time or say this is amazing pizza, but it like invokes these memories of like when I was a kid, like hanging out at a house of pizza. So I feel like every community does need something like that. You know what I mean? You know.
I really enjoyed hanging out with Chris at Square Deli. Link below if you want to check out Square Deli in the future. And, you know, I do these videos to help you. If you're a pizza operator or you're looking to get into the pizza business, I do these videos because I want to show you what it's really like to operate and own a pizzeria. Everybody sees it on Instagram, but not a lot of people actually go behind the scenes and show you like the ins and outs of what oven and how do they make dough and what's the owner's mentality to operating these pizzerias. It's great to see the pizza and it looks amazing, but all the work that goes into actually operating these pizzerias, if you want to open one, is what you need to look at. So hopefully this video is valuable. And this right here, this is the final product. Other than pizza, I like chicken parms too. Square Deli. We just did a video here. This is what we got.